Let's see what happens in The Last of Us Episode 5. We pick things off a few days earlier before Joel and Ellie got jumped by Sam and Henry. We see Kansas City in chaos and Kathleen, as the leader of the resistance, captured the Fedra people. She talks to them and wants to know where Henry is, and at the end, she orders her men to kill them. Henry is looking at the town and he is really scared because he doesn't know what to do. Kathleen is so strong now and she is controlling everything. By the help of the doctor who was killed in the previous episode, he and his brother Sam, who is deaf, go to a safe place in an attic. The same attic that Kathleen found in the previous episode. The doctor tells them to stay there and lay low for a few days so he can make a safe passage for them. 10 days later, Sam and Henry are still in the attic, but the doctor has not showed up yet. Henry believes that the doctor will not return. They ran out of supplies and food, so they have to keep moving. When Henry and Sam go downstairs to find a new place and find a new passage, they hear cars and gunshots, and it is Joel and Ellie who are attacked by some men. We see what happened in the previous episode from Sam's perspective, and then we see that Henry goes to find Joel in that tall building where things ended in the previous episode. Even though Henry is a bit hostile, after a few minutes that they talk, they find out that they both want the same thing. They eat there and they sleep, and the next day, Henry talks to Joel and says that he knows his way around the town and they can leave with his guidance. And the reason that he came to Joel is that he is not a killer like Joel, and he saw Joel killing those 3 men in cold blood. He draws a map on a piece of paper and says that they can leave the city through the tunnels, and although everyone thinks that there are countless of zombies down there, it's actually empty. Henry seems to be a collaborator, and even though Joel is not a fan to work with snitches, he sees no other options. They go to the tunnels and it is actually empty. They keep going and they reach a room which looks like a bunker or a safe house, if you will. There are some kindergarten stuff there, and we see that Ellie and Sam are beginning to have a good relationship together because they are both kids. While they are playing together, Joel and Henry talk about themselves. Henry says that he did something bad and that's why Kathleen is after him. He says that he knew a great man once, and because his brother Sam had leukemia, he had to give the man away to Fedra so he could have access to the medicine to keep his brother alive. That great man was Kathleen's brother. Then we go to Kathleen and she is talking to her right-hand man. She tells the story about herself and her brother Mike when they were children. She talks for a few minutes and says that she is after revenge, and she knows that if her brother was alive, he wouldn't allow her to do so. She rambles on for a few minutes and that's it. Our guys made it out of the tunnels and they are walking in the streets, and suddenly a sniper starts shooting at them. The sniper has a really crappy aim though. All 4 of them hide behind the car and Joel goes to take care of this problem. He sneaks up to the sniper and we see that he is an old man. Joel tells the man please don't, but the old man brings up his gun and Joel kills him. Then something worse happens. We realize that the old man was on lookout and already contacted Kathleen and her men, and they are coming to them. Joel sees a lot of cars approaching Ellie, Henry and Sam. Then he takes a sniper rifle and starts shooting at cars, and he hits one of the drivers and the car crashes into a building. Kathleen brought more than enough cars with her and she comes out of the car and starts to shout and talks to Henry. Henry, Sam and Ellie are hiding behind the car and Henry decides to give himself up. He begs Kathleen to spare the life of the 2 children, but Kathleen says that she won't. Henry comes out and Kathleen pulls up her gun, and the moment she wants to shoot, the car that crashed into that building falls down to earth and hordes of zombies attack. It is a huge chaos and all the soldiers are shooting at zombies. Kathleen and her right man try to run and the man gets killed by a giant zombie, a bloater. Sam, Henry and Ellie are hiding behind the car, but they have to run away soon. Ellie separates herself from them and goes towards the car which has a window open. On her way, Joel gets rid of all the zombies with some great shooting with a snipe. She goes in the car, but a little clicker follows her inside the car. She gets scared and runs away and goes out and sees that Sam and Henry are in trouble and being attacked by 2 zombies. She attacks and kills them with her knife, and the three of them run towards Joel. The moment when they want to run away, Kathleen comes out of nowhere with a gun and tells them to stop. Then she has the most unsatisfying death of all, where the girl that wanted to kill Ellie in the car jumps on her and kills her. Joel, Ellie, Henry and Sam find a motel on their way and they decide to stay the night. Joel and Henry seem to have a better relationship, and Joel says that they want to go to Wyoming and says that Henry can join them. Henry is into this idea and everything seems to be okay. In the meanwhile, Ellie and Sam are talking in the room and Ellie is reading a comic book for Sam. Sam looks a bit worried and asks Ellie what is she afraid of the most, and Ellie says that she's afraid of ending up alone. Then she asks Sam what is he afraid of the most, and Sam says, "If you turn into a monster, is it still you inside?" Then he shows his foot to Ellie and we realize that he's been bitten. Ellie is shocked and says that her blood works like a medicine. Then she pulls out a knife and cuts her hand and kind of washes Sam's foot with her blood and says that she will stay up with him all night. The next day, Ellie opens her eyes, finds Sam looking at the window. She approaches him slowly and suddenly Sam attacks her. He is turned. Their fight continues to the main room and Joel and Henry are there too. They wake up and Joel wants to shoot Sam, but Henry does not allow him and shoots in front of Joel's foot. Then suddenly, in a sad turn of events, Henry shoots Sam in the head. He is shocked and doesn't know what to do. He points the gun towards Ellie and Joel, but at last, he uses the gun on himself. In the next scene, Ellie and Joel are burying Sam and Henry, and Ellie leaves a note for Sam on his notepad. "I'm sorry." They keep going. This was the recap of The Last of Us Episode 5. Make sure to like and subscribe for more recaps. Thank you.